Welcome once again. We're with Greg Engert, beer director for the Neighborhood Restaurant Group, which owns Where We Are, ChurchKey, Birch and Barley, Rustico in Alexandria and Ballston, also Planet Wine and Evening Star Cafe, where you can find some of these beers, most if not all of these beers we've been trying. What do we have this time out?
So this time I wanted to showcase a great new local beer. It's from Port City Brewing Company, good friends of ours. They're located in Alexandria, Virginia. So a fantastic new brewery. They've been around almost for a year now. They opened it back in January of 2011. And this is their brand new holiday seasonal called Tidings. And what immediately is striking about this beer is that it looks like almost like a Pilsner in color.
Right, yeah, much different.
And so not only is it fantastic and delicious and local, but it's also it fits into the kind of paradigm of holiday beers as a very singular creation. And that was the intent. Speaking with Bill Butcher, who's the owner of Port City Brewing Company, he said, they wanted to kind of do something different this year, and so they incorporated some local wheat that they got actually from the northern neck of Virginia, and this is what gives it some of its crisp, refreshing qualities and its straw appearance. They've also incorporated some local honey from Maryland, and this was, again, to kind of feed that yeast, because to get the alcohol up to about 7.5% without making it heavy and cloying on the palate. And he kind of put it to me like, we're stowing away some of the characteristics and tastes of summer into this beer, kind of reminding us of what's behind and what's to come. Belgian yeast is going to give us some bright fruit and spice aromatics, kind of peach, a little bit of apple, citrus notes, and then it actually has a really beautiful, complex spice melange to it as well. They've got fresh green cardamom, fresh ginger, grains of paradise, and coriander. And what I love about it is that all of these are subdued. It's not an overwhelming potpourri of spices, and they all kind of work together to give you something more in the glass.
When you first start trying to make one of these beers as a brewer, do you just dump all that stuff in willy-nilly and then figure out what to take out, or how much experimentation is involved?
In my experience, there's experimentation involved, but typically you've already experimented on some of your other styles. And I think that Port City was in a good position to do this because one of their year-round beers is their wit beer that uses orange peel and coriander, a phenomenal kind of Belgian-style white akin to like Hoegaarden or Allagash White or something. So they already have some experience there, so I think that they were in a better position to try this for the holidays. And the other thing I will say that I know from brewers is that they've told me that spices go a very long way. So I think if anything, they're going to err on the side of caution, and then maybe add some more later rather than going overboard early.
What would you serve this with?
Well, I think that, like I said, it's a great beer to fit in the pantheon of holiday seasonals because it's so kind of different. It's bright, it's spicy, it's got these bright fruit qualities. It's not overwhelming on the palate. So, whereas a lot of the other ones are more for dessert and for darker meats at the table, this one is great for those lighter dishes. You can see it with some seafood. Thinking about the way that like a wedge of lemon will liven up any seafood that you bring. So this citrus notes here are really great for that. Won't overwhelm. Poultry of any kind, pork would be great. This is the beer for your turkey, and also for the stuffing on the side because of that kind of the herbal spiciness of the beer.
And this is our third holiday beer, and it's just, again, another unique taste, but it's delicious.
It's great, isn't it?
I wanted to ask you, that, it seems to me that there are pockets of really great brewing around the country, and this area, if you include Pennsylvania and Ohio and even up in, of course, into New York, there are a lot of really talented brewers out there
and more
that don't have to ship them too far to get it to you.
Right, absolutely, yeah. The scene is fantastic. The Mid-Atlantic scene's great, always has been. But what's most impressive now is how the local scene is blown up. I mean, in the past year, we've seen Port City, we've seen DC Brau, we've seen Chocolate City Brewing Company coming out in DC as well. We have Lost Rhino from out in Ashburn, Virginia, and more on the way. In fact, our restaurant group has already broken ground on a little boutique brewery and restaurant we're going to be holding down by the waterfront, southeast waterfront. It's going to be right near Nationals Park, Navy Yard area. So hopefully that'll be coming out, hopefully, keeping our fingers crossed, about a year from now. So
yet another good reason to go to the baseball games.
That's right.
All right, Greg Engert is beer director for the Neighborhood Restaurant Group. Thanks again. Happy holidays.